Well, I mean, that's a fairly big question, and depending on where you are in the trading chain, this probably dominates the answer. But for Saxo, we have a lot of different types of clients. So for our direct clients, obviously they're retail, so the investor protection side of MiFID II has probably really changed things for them, although they may not necessarily always notice it. But I think definitely the intention of better investor protection and transparency has to some degree been met for them. So I mean, I think for the first go live of MiFID II, it was all about meeting the requirements, being compliant, making sure that you have actually done all of the groundwork, but knowing that in the background there would still be quite a lot of tasks to do after the go live and to improve and review, which I think is the general approach that most firms took. Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, MiFID II was a huge piece of regulation. I think it's the biggest piece. It's really difficult for any firm and for the market overall to implement such a big piece of regulation in one go. And in hindsight, I think the regulators probably would have preferred to see that done in small pieces rather than one big thing. So I suspect that MiFID III will focus on much smaller chunks of the regulation and looking at the bits that they think haven't been implemented so well or were badly written to start with. So I think we definitely will see a MiFID III. It's always an open question as to exactly what first. Well, I think it's really interesting to see how firms use technology in the run-up to MiFID II going live, but also how what they've learned from MiFID II is now impacting their decisions around technology. So I think some firms may have not gone full steam ahead for the RegTech solutions when they were trying to meet the MiFID II requirements, but are now seeing the synergies across their organisation and saying, actually, maybe we do need some RegTech in this area, or there's a certain element we can build ourselves, but the RegTech can help with certain other topics. And the more we go on, the more we see that the RegTech providers themselves are catering for multiple topics under MiFID II in one solution, which I think is definitely helpful, especially to smaller firms. Well, we interact in different ways depending on which part of our business. We are a lot of things to a lot of different people. Like I said, we have direct clients, and obviously we want to have the right RegTech solutions. But at the same time, we work with a lot of institutional partners, and we can sort of be the RegTech solution to them. So we're very much in between in terms of we build a fair amount when it comes to RegTech, and we're always looking to innovate in that area. But sometimes, obviously, you just need, for example, for compliance, whatever you want the best RegTech solution that's on the market. So it really does vary. That's a really good question. Like I said, when you look at the way that MiFID II was implemented, there will certainly be streams of work that were done to a certain level, but with a strategic response to follow up. So year two is definitely going to be about looking at what strategic projects you already scoped out as part of your MiFID II planning, and looking at how you can resource those projects. And then obviously looking at what comes from the regulators and seeing, where is their focus, so where should our focus be as an investment firm. Well, obviously it's really great to see so many RegTech providers in one place. I think, especially for legal and compliance representatives in firms, they have to make some quite big decisions sometimes about how to move forwards with the implementation of regulation, and they don't always know what is available. So being able to come somewhere like this, listen to people speak about their experience and see all of the offerings in one place is very helpful.